Hello. Hello everyone, this is Team RDX Rare Diamonds. I'm Danish Hassan. My other team member's name is Rupesh. We have been assigned a data analytics project by Counsellor for the Playstore app dataset. The dataset consists of two Excel files where we have to do cleaning or EDA on Python and Excel, then use MySQL workbench to write queries for the questions that follows. This is the BRD, that is the business requirement document given by High Counselor. As you can see, the project description has been given, and this project consists of two modules. This video is the submission and completion of module 1, that is pre-processing, analyzing data using Python and SQL. Now let's move on to Python for pre-processing. So this is the pre-processing of the first CSV file. We have imported the required libraries, then we have read the CSV file using the pd.read_csv command. As you can see, the top 10 rows of the given dataset has been displayed, as well as the last 8. You can see that there are 10,841 entries and a total of 12 columns present in the raw dataset. Now let's check for the null values. As you can see, there are null values present, but we have been strictly told not to do anything to these null values in Python, so we'll leave it as it is. So subtask 1 is removing duplicate values. As you can see, there are 492 duplicate values. After removing them, we are left with 9,930 entries only. Subtask 2 is to remove irrelevant values from each column, if any. That means, as you can see in the category column, these are the unique values. All of those unique values are string, but the last one is a float, which doesn't match with the data type of others. So we need to remove these data. These are irrelevant values. Also in types, there is one data that is equals to 0. That also doesn't match with other data type, so we need to remove that as well. So the first step is to find out what are the contents of the category, where category is equals to 1.9. That is displayed over here. Now let's drop it, and after dropping, let's check the unique values. As you can see, it has been removed. Now the type column also had an irrelevant data that is equals to 0, but when I deleted the irrelevant data from category column, along with those data, the irrelevant from the type column also got deleted. That is why here it is showing empty data frame. Now the final info says that we have 9,929 entries. Then we have saved the CSV file, and the next process is to check for null values and do whatever is required in Excel. And the directions have been given to replace the null values by 0, which has been done in Excel file. Now let's move on to the second data set that is related to reviews of the Playstore app. Similar process has been done for the same data set. As you can see, it has been read. The top 10 and the last 8 rows have been displayed. Now, this dataset contains a lot of duplicate values. Around 36,299 out of 64,295 values rows are duplicate values. So obviously we need to remove them. The second is to remove irrelevant data. There is no irrelevant data in this dataset. There are null values, but we'll leave it as it is. Similarly, this dataset has also been saved. Now let's move on to SQL for queries. So this is my SQL workbench. So the first step is to create a database. Then in the next step, we create the required tables with all the columns, all the relevant columns actually, as you can see over here. Then we have to load the CSV file into these tables. So this show variable like secure underscore file underscore preview actually gives us the default location of the MySQL in C folder. So after finding this location, we have copy pasted both the CSV file in this location, and then using the load data in file query in MySQL, we have loaded all the rows in the required table. We have done the same for the second CSV file by creating another table and relevant columns. After this, we have to answer 14 questions through MySQL queries, where the first question is to find which apps have the highest rating in the given available dataset. So this is the first query to answer this question. Let's run and see. So this query returns those apps with highest rating. The highest rating is 5. So using the order by clause, we have ordered the rating in descending order, and we have ordered the app alphabetically. So this is the result for the first query. In the second questions, we have been asked what are the number of installs and reviews for the above apps. Return the apps with the highest reviews on top. So we have to return the apps with highest review on top. So we'll use order by reviews. Let's run it and see. So this is the highest number of reviews, and that has been for Facebook. And as you can see, we also have to find the number of installs, which has also been displayed. And now let's move on to question number 3, where it has been asked which app has the highest number of reviews. Also mention the number of reviews and category of the app. We have to mention the number of reviews and category of the app. So the app is Facebook, the category is social, and the number of review has been given. Now let's move on to question number 4, where we have to find what is the total amount of revenue generated by the Google Play Store by hosting apps. So there's a very simple query to find the answer, and the answer is 10,181. Let's move on to question number 5, where you have to find which category of Google Play Store app has the highest number of installs. Also find out the total number of installs for that particular category. So this is the query. Let's run it. So these are the category and installs. Now let's move on to question number 6. Which genre has the most number of published app? This is the query where we have to use group by genre, which will count the app according to genre individually. Let's run and see. So tools genre has the highest app count. Let's move on to question number 7, where we have to provide a list of all games ordered in such a way that the game that has highest number of installs is displayed on top. So we have to order by installs to display the game that has highest number of installs. And the highest number of install is for the game Subway Surfers. We have used distinct so that multiple values for the same game is not displayed. Now let's move on to question number 4. Question number 8, we have to provide the list of app that can work on Android version 4.0.3 and up. So this is the query. When we run it, we can see these are the apps that run on 4.0.3 and up Android version. Let's move on to question number 9. In question number 9, you have to find how many apps from the given data set are free, and in the second question, in the same question, there is a second query. You have to also provide the number of paid apps. So these are the free type of apps, and then we have to find the number of paid apps, that is the total count of paid apps, and though the number of paid app is equivalent to 730. Let's move on to question number 10, where you have to find which is the best dating app. Best dating app is the one having the highest number of reviews. So we have to order by reviews for those apps where genre is equals to dating. Let's run and look at it. Zeus dating app is the best one, followed by Moco, Hot or Not, as you can see. Let's use distinct. so that the apps are not repeated. Okay, this thing is not working here, let's leave it. Let's move on to question number 11, where you have to find, get the number of reviews having positive sentiment and number of reviews having negative sentiment for the app 10 best foods for you and compare them. So app like 10 best food for you, let's run it and see. So there are 79 positive reviews and 5 negative reviews. Moving on to question number 12, we have to find which comments on ASUS Super Note have sentiment polarity and sentiment subjectivity both has 1. Let's run it. So there is one comment that is awesome, which has sentiment polarity 1 as well as sentiment subjectivity 1. Now moving on to question number 13, we have to find, get all the neutral sentiment reviews for the apps training burn fell effect. So we have to get the neutral sentiment. So these are the reviews for the neutral sentiment. Let's move on to question number 14. This is the last question. Now here we have to find, extract all negative sentiment reviews for Adobe Acrobat Reader with their sentiment polarity and sentiment subjectivity. Let's run it. This is the required solution. So that is it for module 1. Thank you. Hello everyone.